Welcome to The Source, where we combine the headlines with in-depth conversations with the newsmakers themselves. I'm Pinky Webb. Today on the program, the government is not apologizing on how it responded to the COVID-19 pandemic. Malacañang maintains that authorities have done an excellent job managing cases before the surge in March. Also, OCTA research experts warn the number of new coronavirus cases per day could reach 11,000 by the end of March, and the government is eyeing to achieve a stable supply of vaccines by April. So the government is vowing that it will aggressively work in order to get a steady COVID-19 vaccine supply. And how about a COVID-19 vaccine made right here in the Philippines? Let's go straight to the source of the story. We have vaccine czar and COVID-19 Task Force Chief Implementer Carlito Galvez. Secretary Galvez, welcome to the source and maraming salamat muli sa inyong oras.
Thank you, Madam Pinky, and also sa ating mga nakikinig dito sa source at saka nanonood po. Maraming salamat.
So you're still on quarantine, huh?
Yes, until tomorrow.
Okay, and you have tested negative, pero isa pa pong test and you will be okay?
Actually, nag-test na ako, 3 test na ng PCR, 3 negative at saka rapid test, negative din po. But I have to undergo another test today.
All right, we wish you luck there, Sec Galvez. Vaccine supply, pag-usapan na po natin ito. Sometimes nalilito po ako o mismo yung tao sa dami ng numerong pinag-uusapan. So let's look at the short term first. You already said that in March we can expect about 2.3 million vaccines. Can we get a breakdown of this, sir?
Yung breakdown po natin, darating po ditong March 24, yung 400,000 na Chinese donation. So definite na po yun. Nagbigay na po ng date ang ating Chinese ambassador na March 24 po. And then we already wired the payment of the Sinovac, yung 15%. So darating po yun, 1 million doses this coming March 28. Definite na rin po yun. And then we were also wired na merong punta parating na another COVAX doses ang AstraZeneca, 979,200. So all in all, meron po tayong padating this coming March or maybe early April na 2,379,200 doses. Yun po ang darating. And then this coming April, meron po tayong darating na another 4 million from 2 million to Sinovac, another 2 million sa ininegotiate natin sa Gamaleya, Sputnik V.
I see. So ang mababago po by the month of April in terms of a new vaccine that we will be using will be Gamaleya, because by April, 4 million naman po ang inyong ine-expect. 2 million, sorry sir, na Sinovac, 2 million Sputnik V.
Yes, yun po ang po namin kasi we are expecting na yung nagkaroon na po ng complete submission ang Gamaleya sa ating FDA, and we are expecting na baka within the next few days ay magkakaroon na po ito ng EUA. So with that, we can already start yung negotiation for more or less 5 to 10 million. So 2 million initially po ang po namin this April.
So let's backtrack a little bit, Sec Galvez. Meron po tayong natanggap na ng 1.1 million. Let's talk about the rollout of the vaccination a little later on so we don't get confused. Meron na po tayong 1.1, magkakaroon po tayo ng 2.3 sa March at magkakaroon po tayo ng 4 million by April. Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
So madami-dami na rin po yun. So meron po tayong Gamaleya na papasok in April. What about in May? So at least let's talk about the first, March, April, and May.
Yung May po, meron po tayong maganda po magiging natin dito dahil kasi meron na po papasok na Moderna, more or less 294,000. And also, meron na rin po papasok na 2.6 million sa AstraZeneca. We have a good news na mukhang yung AstraZeneca, they will have a good numbers. So yung tatawag nating production nila for our LGU at saka yung private sector, meron tayong na-order na 17 million sa AstraZeneca. So ang nila is darating to May, June, July, and we are very happy that we will be having enough sources po sa AstraZeneca. So yung May po, more or less, Pinky, meron tayong mga 8 million.
Okay, so 2 million in March, 4 million in April, and 8 million in May. Secretary Galvez, ito ho bang numbers na binibigay niyo po sa amin? Sigurado na ho ba ito, or are you seeing possible hitches or challenges na hindi po matuloy yung ilan po sa mga bakuna na darating?
Yun po ang ginagawa po namin. Hindi po namin sinabi yung COVAX. So ang nakita natin, may flexibility pa po tayo. Ang COVAX nagsabi po sa amin na magbibigay po sila ng more or less 4.5 million na AstraZeneca until May. Ang naibigay pa lang po nila is more or less 525,600. So we are expecting meron pa pong 4 million. Hindi po namin kinount yun para at least kung just in case na mayroong slippage, yung target natin is steady pa rin po.
Okay, so underestimate pa po yun. That's even an underestimation, that's what you're saying.
Yes, para ang ano natin is talagang steady, secure at saka safe yung ating programming. Kasi pagka once na nakita namin sa US, sa India at saka sa Israel, ang pinakasekreto nila is yung magkaroon ng steady supply. Na safe sila, na meron silang steady supply per month.
And that's exactly what we need, Sec Galvez. Kasi right now, nasa 1.1 million pa rin tayo. And as I mentioned a while, we'll talk about the vaccination rollout in a while. But I know that 1.1 million has already been distributed. So right now, wala na po tayo on hand.
Yes, actually nandun na po sa mga vaccination area. Ongoing pa rin ang vaccination kasi ang natin, we are expecting na more or less 500,000 ang mapavaccinate noon. And sa ngayon, nandito pa lang tayo sa ang ating na-vaccinate lang is more or less 260,000.
Okay, 260,000. So let's talk about other vaccines in the offing, because you just arrived from India. I believe you were there March 9 to 11. Nakausap ko po namin yung Indian ambassador to the Philippines. So when you talk about India, there are two that I know of, Secretary, that they can supply to us. Isa po dito yung Novavax na dati na po napag-usapan natin. And the other one is Covaxin. First, let's talk about Novavax. From what I remember, back maybe a month ago, you were saying that you expected Novavax to arrive sometime third or fourth quarter. But eventually, narinig ko, you were hoping mas mapaaga po itong Novavax. This is very important kasi ang gusto niyo pong order sa Novavax is about 30 million.
Yes, ang order po natin is 30 million. At ang pagka once na nagkaroon po talaga ng immediate po tayo ng financial arrangement, ang mangyayari po nito is may possibility pagka once na nagkaroon po sila ng stockpile at pwede po nating magkaroon tayo ng early delivery. Yun po ang inano po namin na makapag-early delivery sila ng May or June para at least makatulong po sa ating massive rollout kasi we are expecting na we will have the general public rollout by May and June.
Yung Novavax, medyo it's a little bit more advanced. Is it? Because I do remember speaking to a representative of Novavax, and what was clear to me during that interview was it also did clinical trials on people with who are immunocompromised, such as HIV patients.
Yes. Maganda po yung sinasabi nga yung Novavax, based on our readings. Ito yung sinatawag nilang second generation vaccine. Considering na itong clinical trial na very extensive, ginamit nila yun sa UK variant at saka South African variant. And nakita natin yung sa normal variant niya, yung tinatawag natin yung original variant, 96.5 ang kanyang efficacy. And then also sa tinatawag nating UK variant, 86%. And doon sa HIV tsaka yung tinatawag na South African variant ay meron po siyang 57 to 60% efficacy. So nakita natin yung overall efficacy niya maganda, 89.5.
So mataas po yun. What about Sputnik V, Sec Galvez, in terms of the new variants?
Nakita po natin yung Sputnik V, maganda rin po kasi 91.5 po yung kanyang efficacy. At saka dalawang po ginagamit niya, Adeno 5 at saka Adeno 26. Yung first shot niya, Adeno 26 at saka yung Adeno 5, yung ginagamit niya yung both yung human at saka yung chimpanzee cell. So yung nakita natin na maganda sa Sputnik V, meron siyang Lancet peer-reviewed. So ibig sabihin pagka na peer-reviewed sa Lancet yan, ibig sabihin maganda yun, maganda talaga yung trial niya.
Absolutely. What about J&J? Are there talks with J&J?
Yes, pinapanalyze namin ng language ng J&J and hopefully magkaroon po kami ng signing this week or next week. Maganda po yung J&J dahil kasi one single shot at saka ito po nakita rin po natin to mga advanced na rin po to dahil kasi kinuhan niya rin po yung South African variant.
Yeah. So signing on what? What will you sign with J&J this week, sir?
Yung supply agreement. At tapos na tayo ng term sheet niya eh. So meron tayong supply agreement for certain Pero ang nakita natin limited lang yung yung kanyang doses because nakita natin ang US kinaptured niya yung yung J&J and also yung Moderna and yung Pfizer. Tatlong kasi ginagamit ng US ngayon. But we're expecting na by July kasi ang target niya ng ating presidente si President Biden ay magkaroon sila ng liberation from COVID come July Independence Day nila.
Independence Day, yes. So you're thinking what other people are also saying that possibly once the United States has vaccinated its citizens, there could be a freeing up of the vaccines.
Yes, ganoon lang nakita nga meron kaming presentation sa Boston Consulting Group. They're expecting that the US supply and also Europe supply will ease up by May and June. And in fact, meron kaming arrangement, tinatawagan na namin ng Israel embassy natin sa Israel. I believe also Israel is planning to donate their excess to us.
Kailan ho kaya yun? Because Israel is doing
nakita natin ang Israel ngayon, mostly mga more or less 59% na yung na-vaccinate nila nila. I believe they will finish more or less as early as May or June. So ang maganda doon is yung mga ibang mga countries that have bought excess of their population, bibigay nila yun sa COVAX. And definitely COVAX will give us yung 44 doses na may bibigay sa atin. So it can be given through COVAX or it can be given as a donation to us.
Pero meron ho bang pag-uusap na with Israel on direct donation to us, hindi na po through the COVAX facility?
Yes, meron po. Nag-usap po kami ni Ambassador Alberto the other day. But yun nga, maganda ang relationship natin. At saka nagtutuwa nga kami dahil kasi the President has a good diplomatic capital to these countries.
And meron ho ba nabigay na number on the possible donation directly to the Philippines?
Wala pa po, pero I believe medyo sizable din po yung mga donations na yun and we will be very thankful. Nakita natin na talagang yung ibang mga countries talagang they will donate and even yung UK has been very helpful to us and also maybe Russia and also nakita natin ng China they have already donated 1 million.
Kasi Sec, when you think about it, ang nag-donate pa lang so far, apart from the COVAX facility, independently, is China.
Yes, 1 million. Yes.
And then magbibigay ng 400,000 again this end of March. So very quickly though, before we end the issue on the number of vaccines coming in, Pfizer, ano na po nangyari sa Pfizer, yung 117,000 from the COVAX facility?
I believe yung Pfizer, ang natin sa COVAX, nagkaroon naman sila ng commitment. I think the CEO of Pfizer, Mr. Borla, have already committed to WHO that they will really give you 117,000. I believe yung inaayos lang natin yung tinatawag natin yung indemnification clause. And maybe baka magkaroon din kami ng mga meetings na this coming days.
So wala pa pong date yung 170?
Wala pa pong commitment. Ang may commitment pa sa COVAX is only yung AstraZeneca. And hopefully, kung nagkaroon ng EUL and J&J, considering that we have also meron tayong clinical trial ng J&J ongoing ngayon, baka magkaroon tayo ng tinatawag na access.
Okay. Secretary Galvez, we need to take a very short break. Pagbalik po natin, let's talk about the vaccine rollout. Naging mabagal ho ba? Or is the pace just right? We'll find out. We'll be right back. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. Our guest today, vaccine czar Carlito Galvez. Secretary, I just also wanted to do a follow-up dun sa private sector. I know that there's tripartite agreement with AstraZeneca government, AstraZeneca and the private sector for 17 million doses. Yun ho bang private sector at any point, will they be allowed to directly buy vaccines independently na hindi na po kailangan ng tripartite agreement?
Sa base natin sa Republic Act natin, yung landmark natin na legislation, talagang kailangan po ng national government pa rin po ang kasama po. Kasi kung hindi po natin naialaw kasi meron pa rin po tinatawag na EUA pa rin po yung kanyang authorization, emergency use pa lang din po. Yeah. So considering that the adverse effect is not yet fully determined, at meron tayong tinatawag na emergency use authorization lang yon. Kailangan talaga na yung ano kasi yung tinatawag nating indemnification at saka yung responsibility cannot be delegated to the private sector. Government responsibility po talaga yun, ang accountability.
So kahit na husgo sabihin ng private sector, kami nang bahala kung may adverse effect ito.
Hindi po natin pwedeng maano po yun kasi you cannot delegate responsibility po.
So mapapayagan lang ho sila, to be clear about this, kapag hindi EUA na.
Opo, pagka CPR na po yun, talagang full marketing na po yung authorization po natin.
All right. So 1.1 million vaccines so far. You already said, Sec Galvez, that these have been distributed. Yung number of healthcare workers that have been vaccinated has reached 260,000. Yung pace po, pag-usapan po muna natin, meron hong ilan na nabagalan dito. In fact, kapag kinompute daw to, with a pace of, let's say, 115,000 vaccinated in 7 days, sabi po ni Senator Ping Lacson, kung mangyari po yan at a steady pace as that of the first week, naabot daw tayo ng 11 years and 8 months bago po ma-achieve yung herd immunity, which is 70% of the population.
Ano po natin yung talaga sa rollout po natin? Yung initial rollout po na more or less yung 1.1 million, tatawag po natin mini rollout. Kung baga nagano pa tayo, nag-gain pa lang tayo ng experience. At saka ano po nito, isang sector lang ang ating target yung healthcare workers. Talaga po, tinawagan nga po namin yung mga ospital. Sabi namin, parang nababagalan po kami. Sabi niya, hindi pwedeng ito talaga general Kailangan face ito. At the same time, by batches of 100 lang. Kasi kung just in case na magkaroon ng adverse effect, yung downtime natin, magkakaroon tayo ng tinatawag ng safety issue sa mga hospital. So, importante po yung safety ng mga patient po natin. So, ang ginawa po ng talagang pinace lang. So, more or less, ang ginawa po natin yung first day, yung first week, nakita natin ang ating lang is 3,000 lang ating average. Pero nakita natin nung second week po, nag-average tayo ng 30,000. So ngayon ang ano po namin, darating po ang panahon ng this coming April, ang ating average po, gagawin po natin 1 million per week. Pataas po tayo. And then coming May, magiging 2 million per week tayo. And then this coming June and July, magkakaroon po tayo ng 3 to 5 million per week. Kasi po ang nakita po namin, based dun sa ng BCG, ng Boston Consulting Group, kailangan tumaas po ang ating average na 3 to 5 million per week para po makuha po natin yung 70 million.
Yeah. Seriously, are you still hopeful na matatapos po yung 70 million by the end of the year?
Yes, sa computation po namin. Kaya po. Ang ano po namin talaga yung target po namin, we will have a better Christmas this year.
Okay. All right. So and another thing I wanted to ask, sir, very important is the AstraZeneca vaccines kasi ang healthcare workers po natin, I believe, is 1.7.
Yes.
Okay. So you need 3.4 million doses. Yung darating na AstraZeneca ho ba, isi-save dun sa first dose and second dose or ibibigay sa lahat ng healthcare workers at hihintayin na lang yung susunod na batch para sa kanilang second dose? Kailan ata ng pirma nito ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte, sir?
Opo, yun ang recommendation po ng WHO to maximize yung tinatawag nating protection ng ating mga healthcare workers. So ang gusto po nila, yung lahat ng 525,600 na AstraZeneca ay gawing first dose. Kasi po ang nakita natin, yung interval po kasi is 12 weeks, meaning 3 months ang interval. So meaning most likely, magkakaroon pa tayo ng second tranche, maybe by this coming March or April. So yung recommendation po namin, pinirmahan po namin na for President signature, yung pong gawin na first dose yung lahat ng AstraZeneca first tranche.
Hindi naman po, you do not fear this, Secretary Galvez, sakaling hindi dumating yung second batch?
Very unlikely na hindi darating yung second batch kasi meron na po tayong warning order for the 939,000.
Okay. So by April, when is the target to be able to vaccinate the first dose to all the 1.7 million healthcare workers?
Ang inano po namin, pagka dumating po yung 2.3 million, medyo sakto na po yun, 3.5 million na po yung ating inventory. Most likely po ang target namin is tapusin po namin ang second week ng April.
That's fast, sir, ha? Mabilis po yun, yung 1.7 million healthcare workers.
Nakikita po namin kasi ngayon, meron na po tayo more than 1,000 na mga vaccination centers. And we are already advised na yung mga vaccination centers nito, gumamit na rin yung maybe ang gagawin namin, yung 2.3 million nito, i-involve na namin ng LGU. Kasi nakita namin mas mabilis yung ng LGU.
Opo.
At saka mas mataas yung kanilang tinatawag na capacity.
So how is that? How does that actually, how are you going to adopt this? Yung mga healthcare, yung pong siguro yung mga nasa ospital, in, let's say, in Pasig, pwede silang magpa-vaccinate doon sa ospital or pwede doon sa pinaghandaan na ng mga LGU na vaccination sites?
Kasi yung natin, yung natapos na halos natin, yung mga ospital, meron tayong tinatawag na pati yung mga city at saka municipal healthcare offices at saka yung mga BHERTs, pwede na natin gamitin yung tinatawag na mga LGU-based vaccination sites, which is very, very efficient.
Opo. Okay, so that kasi sir, handa na rin po sila, hindi ho ba? Sabi nga nila, we're ready. Wala lang vaccine when you were doing the rounds doon sa mga LGU. So pagkatapos po ng healthcare workers by mid-April, that's a tall order, Sec, ha? By mid-April, sino naman po ang susunod? The senior citizens na, and how many are they? And when do you plan to finish the senior citizens?
Yun po ang inano po namin na next na po natin sa next in line based on NITAG at saka WHO SAGE protocol is yung 9 million na senior citizens kasi ito sila ang may burden of disease at saka sila ang most vulnerable. So ano po namin ay magkakaroon po tayo na ng tinatawag na mobilization po ng private sector and also with the LGU para at least matapos po natin yung senior citizens the earliest possible time. Ano po namin at least mga 1 month or maybe 1.5 month matapos po natin mid-May so that we can already start yung general public at saka yung mga tinatawag nating mga frontliners at saka economic frontliners po natin.
Okay. Sec, it's almost like a race against time, ano po, because, OCTA is already saying that we can possibly reach 11,000 cases by the end of March. Ang sabi din po ng ilang government experts na pag maging dominant daw po itong bagong variant, sobrang taas po ng magiging kaso natin dito sa bansa. Are you feeling the pressure on this, sir?
Yes, definitely talaga mataas ang presyo. Pero I'm very confident na kayang-kaya ng ating mga LGUs yung to contain the spread. Sa ngayon nakikita natin medyo bumaba ng 5,000 in 2 days yung ating cases. And we are seeing na talagang medyo ang maganda po yung ginagawa ng ating mga LGUs, especially NCR. At the same time, yung inbound passenger, binawasan po natin na almost 4,000 a day po ang ginagawa po natin sa ating mga returning OFW at saka mga foreign essential workers. Ang ginawa po natin, limit po natin sa 1,500.
1,500. Yeah, yan po yung bagong measure naman with that government will implement beginning Saturday. And I'm wondering what else needs to be done. But we need to take another short break. Secretary Galvez, we'll be right back. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. Our guest today, vaccine czar and COVID task force chief implementer, Carlito Galvez. Sec, of course, we know may curfew na po. We know that there's liquor ban in some cities. We know that 15 to 17 not allowed outside their homes. And then very recently, as you mentioned, meron na pong limit 1,500 sa pagpasok sa Pilipinas. And this is focused on, marami na pong pinagbawal, hindi na po pwede ngayon yung balikbayan, dapat lang mga OFWs. No? Do you think, sir, that this measure came a little late? Knowing that, sir, we've been talking about the South Africa variant and the UK variant in the past weeks.
Hindi po natin masabi na late kasi po natin, binabalance po natin kasi yung economic at saka natin. Nung nakita natin na talagang bumabagsak na kasi yung economy natin, talagang we dance with the virus. Pero nakita natin yun, medyo nakita natin na tumataas and we were able to determine na nandiyan ang South African variant at saka yung UK variant. So we make a drastic, decisive decision na talagang sa ngayon medyo magsasuffer talaga yung economy natin because of the limitations on the inbound. Pero ang nakita natin, ang sinasabi nga na ating mahal na presidente is ang pinakaano niya talaga is yung saving more lives. So nagkaroon tayo ng tinatawag nating very restrictive decisions na can constrict yung ating economy. But ang most important thing nito is we want to save more lives. At the same time, hindi ma-overwhelm ang capacity ng ating mga hospitals. Sa ngayon nakikita natin nagiging full capacity ng mga hospitals po.
Opo. And Sec, I know that, may tinututukan po kayo yung mga vaccines. Pero how do you say that? Talagang tinututukan niyo ho ba yung number ng cases? Kasi in the past 6 to 7 days, over 4,000 na po tayo. You're right, hindi tayo umabot ng 5,000 the past 2 days, I believe. Pero umabot naman tayo ng 5,000 4 days before that. So, in fact, when you look at it, bumabalik daw tayo dun sa August levels natin. Are you even considering on the possibility kapag magpatuloy po ito na stricter measure or probably a Metro Manila lockdown?
May possibility po tayo pero nakita natin talaga sa per experience natin ng August and July. Yung tinatawag nating yung total lockdown sa mga cities at saka sa regional lockdown hindi po sustainable at saka nakita po natin na magiging very expensive in terms of providing yung social amelioration. So nakita natin magagaling naman natin mga LGUs and we really appreciated yung MMDA at saka yung Metro Manila mayors natin and even yung mga local government agencies natin. Na kaya natin to kasi we've been with this kind of situation March, July and August and then ngayon nakikita natin na tumataas. They know the drill. Alam na nila yung gagawin po nila.
Okay. Secretary Carlito Galvez, sir, maraming salamat po sa inyong oras.
Maraming salamat, Pinky, and mabuhay po kayo.
And thank you for joining us here on The Source. I'm Pinky Webb. You're watching CNN Philippines.